For every swing, every moment, the Milwaukee Brewers fight. It's not just about hitting the ball, it's about leaving a legacy.
Hey, Brew Crew, welcome back to Brewers Fan Central, your #1 channel for the news and analysis you need on the team we love. This is where you get the information straight from the source with the insights you actually need. Before we dive into today's bombshell report, and believe me, this one is going to define our entire offseason, I have to ask you one crucial thing. If you are a passionate fan, if you want to stay on top of every move, every rumor, and every signing before anyone else, please click that subscribe button right now. Don't forget to ring the notification bell. It's the only way to guarantee you won't miss a critical update. Trust me, you're going to want to be here for what's coming next. All right, let's get straight to it. The 2025 season is over. It's November 12th, and the front offices at American Family Field are running hot. The news I've been hearing from my sources, and which is now being corroborated by heavy-hitting analysts like Ryan Finkelstein over at Just Baseball, is exactly what we feared and simultaneously expected. Brandon Woodruff has declined his side of the $20 million mutual option for 2026. This officially makes Big Woo a free agent. Let's take a deep breath and break down what this means because it's complex. The contract he signed while recovering from his shoulder surgery, that October 2023 operation, was a masterpiece of complexity. 2 years, $17.5 million. We paid him $2.5 million in 2024 for his rehab and $5 million for this past 2025 season. The big play was the $20 million mutual option for 2026, which carried a $10 million buyout. Here's the journalistic inside baseball part. The Brewers were never going to decline that option. Pay him $10 million to walk away after what we saw in 2025, impossible. Woodruff, in his return, proved he is still an ace. He didn't throw 200 innings, of course, but in the 150-odd innings he gave us, his strikeout rate K9 was still north of 10.0, his whip hovered around 1.05, and most importantly, his fastball velocity was there. He showed the market the shoulder is healthy. Therefore, by declining the option, Woodruff is making a calculated bet on himself. He knows he's worth more than $20 million minus the $10 million buyout he wouldn't get if he accepted. He's seeking either a long-term deal or a much higher value bridge deal. And this is where Finkelstein's prediction comes in, and it's where my sources say the conversation is heading. A 1-year proposal valued at $22 million. Why that number? It's simple. The qualifying offer. The Brewers will, without a doubt, extend the QO to Woodruff. The 2026 QO value is projected to be right around $21 million. Woodruff, coming off major surgery and a return season, might not want to test the free agent market while being tied to draft pick compensation. If another team signed him, they'd owe us a draft pick. The most likely scenario, and the smartest play for him, is to accept the QO or a deal slightly above it, like the predicted $22 million, and prove for one more full season, 2026, that he is a Cy Young contender. Then at 33, he goes for the massive multi-year payday. For the Brewers, this is a calculated risk. $22 million is a lot of money for 1 year, especially for a pitcher with a recent injury history, but it's the price you pay for elite, top of the rotation talent without committing long-term. Now let's connect the dots, Brew Crew. This Woodruff decision doesn't happen in a vacuum. It is the first piece of a domino puzzle that could topple our entire starting rotation. General Manager Matt Arnold is at a strategic crossroads, and what he does in the next few weeks will define whether we compete for the NL Central crown in 2026 or if we enter a retool. Fact 1, Jose Quintana. He was solid for us in 2025, a reliable veteran innings eater, but he's also a free agent, and sources indicate he is likely to depart. The market will pay him more than the Brewers are willing, especially with younger options bubbling up internally. Okay, so we're down one starter. The second and more terrifying domino, Freddie Peralta. Fastball, that's helpful. Freddie is entering his final year of team control. 2026 is his last club option, which is a bargain. If you know the Brewers' way of operating, you know what this means. The Mark Attanasio, Matt Arnold business model is to trade a player 1 year before he hits free agency, when his trade value is at its absolute peak. We have seen it time and time again. The trade rumors surrounding Peralta aren't just smoke. There is real fire. Contending teams that strike out in free agency, think the Dodgers, Yankees, or maybe the Braves, will be desperately calling Milwaukee, offering top-tier prospects for Peralta. Now, put the pieces together. If you let Quintana walk, likely, and you trade Peralta, possible if the return is massive, you cannot, under any circumstances, also lose Brandon Woodruff. If we lose all three, our 2026 rotation consists of who? Robert Gasser, DL Hall, Aaron Ashby, coming off injury. With all due respect to those young talents, that is not a playoff rotation. It would be a disaster. Therefore, the critical analysis is this. The decision to re-sign Woodruff, whether it's via the 21-me QO or the predicted 1-year $22 million deal, is the pillar that allows Matt Arnold to even consider trading Peralta. If Woodruff stays, you have a guaranteed ace, Woodruff, and you can trade your other ace, Peralta, for an elite prospect package and maybe a young MLB-ready arm, thus restocking the system. If Woodruff walks, Matt Arnold cannot in good conscience trade Peralta. He'd be forced to keep Freddie and try to plug the holes with lesser free agents, weakening the team. Keeping Woodruff is the strategic move that keeps the World Series window propped open. So, to summarize, the prediction that Brandon Woodruff returns for 1 year and $22 million isn't just a rumor. It is, in my opinion, the most logical and essential strategic move the Brewers must make this offseason. It's the key that unlocks every other decision. But now I want to hear from you, the Brew crew. What do you think? Should we throw $22 million for 1 year at Big Woo, even with the risk of that shoulder? Or do you think that money is better spent elsewhere? And more importantly, if Woodruff stays, do you trade Freddie Peralta for the right package? Drop your comments below. I read every single one of them, and I want to debate this with you. Thanks for watching Brewers Fan Central. For more exclusive analysis like this, breaking news, and in-depth coverage all off-season long, make sure you are subscribed. Until next time, and as always, go Brewers!